Port Charles is never short of drama. And this week, the spotlight turns to one of its most powerful yet fractured families, the Quartermaines. With loyalties shifting, secrets resurfacing, and emotions running high, General Hospital on November 5 promises a heartfelt and unexpected storyline that centers around a surprising figure, Geo Pommery, the Quartermaine family's newest member by blood, but perhaps its most unexpected savior. The Quartermaine legacy, a house divided. For decades, the Quartermaines have been the heartbeat of General Hospital, a family defined by money, legacy, and perpetual chaos. From Edward's ruthless business tactics to Tracy's biting sarcasm, and from Monica's unwavering strength to the younger generation's endless drama, this mansion has seen more feuds than family dinners. But lately, the tension has become unbearable. After Monica's recent health scare and the revelation of her real will, the cracks in the family's foundation have only deepened. Tracy, ever the opportunist, found herself in conflict with almost everyone: Brooke Lynn, and even Lois. And though Monica's will was meant to bring peace and fairness, it's done the exact opposite, reopening old wounds. Now enter Geo Pommery, the young musician who's found himself tangled in the Quartermaine web. He might not carry the family name by birth, but his connection to Brooke Lynn makes him a Quartermaine by heart. And this week, viewers will see him step into a surprising role, not as an outsider, but as a potential unifier. Geo's gentle touch, healing through music and empathy. Geo has been a breath of fresh air in a house that thrives on conflict. His easygoing charm, empathy, and musical soul make him unlike anyone the Quartermaines have dealt with before. When Brooke Lynn first brought him into the family orbit, many dismissed him as just another struggling artist. But over time, Geo has proven he sees things others don't, particularly when it comes to the emotional pain beneath the Quartermaines' bickering. In this week's episodes, spoilers tease that Geo will use his greatest gift, his music, to reach across the generational divide. After overhearing Tracy and Brooke Lynn's latest argument, Geo may decide to step in with something unexpected. A family dinner night featuring a live performance meant to remind them of what they've lost and what they still have. It sounds simple, but in the Quartermaine world, even dinner can become an emotional battleground. Still, Geo's hope is genuine. His presence seems to remind the family of Leela's gentleness, that rare voice of reason who once held them together. Geo might just be carrying that same spark. Brooke Lynn's conflict between love and legacy. Meanwhile, Brooke Lynn is struggling with her own doubts. She's torn between protecting Geo from the Quartermaine chaos and embracing his efforts to bring everyone closer. As spoilers hint, Brooke Lynn will face a dilemma. Should she warn Geo to stay out of Quartermaine business, or support him in trying to do the impossible? Her heart says to trust him. After all, Geo sees her for who she truly is, not just as a record executive or a Quartermaine heiress, but as a woman trying to prove she can balance love, ambition, and family loyalty. But as Lois reminds her, no one fixes the Quartermaines, honey. You just learn to survive them. Still, Geo's faith in family might be the thing that rekindles Brooke Lynn's own hope. And maybe, just maybe, she'll start to believe that the Quartermaines don't have to live in constant chaos, that love and understanding can still win. Tracy's walls begin to crack. The most intriguing development, however, might come from Tracy herself. Known for her sharp tongue and iron will, she's never been one to show emotion easily. But this week's spoilers suggest a shift. Geo's sincerity may strike a chord she didn't expect. When Geo reaches out to her, not as an adversary but as someone who genuinely wants to understand her pain, Tracy may finally drop her defenses. For years, she's hidden behind power and sarcasm, but underneath lies loneliness. The pain of outliving so many loved ones and constantly fighting to stay relevant in a changing world. In one touching moment teased in upcoming scenes, Geo could play an old tune, one Leela once loved, and it might just bring Tracy to tears. It's a moment that reminds everyone watching that even the toughest hearts can be softened when reminded of love and legacy. And Lois and the ripple effect. End, still recovering from his emotional battles and the fallout with Nina, finds himself observing Geo with mixed emotions. Part of him resents how easily Gio connects with the family, while another part admires it. Lois, ever the voice of warmth and nostalgia, encourages End to let down his guard and see Gio not as a threat, but as hope. Lois's presence in the mansion has already been stirring old memories and unresolved feelings, both romantic and familial. Now, seeing her daughter and Gio trying to bring unity may inspire End to take a step back from business rivalries and appreciate the simpler things. And who knows, perhaps this renewed warmth will remind End and Lois of the spark they once shared, something fans have been quietly rooting for since her return. The power of one small act. Soap operas thrive on big twists, secrets, betrayals, shocking returns. But every now and then, it's the small, quiet moments that carry the most weight. Gio's story this week might be one of those rare times when gentleness takes center stage. He's not fighting for control of ELQ. He's not digging up secrets or plotting revenge. Instead, he's doing something that's often forgotten in Port Charles. He's choosing love, kindness, and music to heal wounds. And in a world as chaotic as General Hospital's, that's a revolutionary act. By the end of the week, spoilers hint that the Quartermaines will experience an unexpected moment of togetherness, perhaps brief, but deeply moving. A shared laugh, a toast, maybe even a memory of Monica that brings them all to silence. What comes next? Of course, this is Port Charles. Peace never lasts long. There will always be another secret around the corner, another will, another power play. But Gio's impact could be lasting. His presence might plant the seed of change, reminding the Quartermaines that family isn't about control, but connection. If he succeeds, even partially, Gio could become the new emotional center of the Quartermaine storyline, much like Leela once was. His journey from outsider to heart of the family is something fans are eager to see unfold. Final thoughts. The November 5 episode of General Hospital is shaping up to be a heartwarming, character-driven break from the usual chaos, one that celebrates healing and the importance of love in a family built on dysfunction. Can Gio really bring the Quartermaines back together? Maybe not perfectly, but in trying, he might remind them of what truly matters and remind viewers why we've loved this complicated, hilarious, infuriating, and deeply human family for so many years.